Hi guys, I'm Trio Boss here with another video for you. This is a big video. We have hit 50 subscribers! Come on! Yes! Thank you so much guys for subscribing to our channel. If you haven't, please do subscribe. And let's get into this week's PL podcast.
Yes, so last week, obviously the FA Cup break. The PL has resumed, so let's get into it.
Yes, come on. So we've had some surprises. Arsenal have lost their winning streak by losing to Everton 1-0. What do you think of it?
It's not looking good for them, I have to say.
I mean, they're still quite clear, and apparently Manchester City have lost 10 points.
Yes, so more on this. Manchester City have gone against some financial rules over the last 10 years, I think. And as a result of that, they're getting minus 10 or 15 points in the league, which will make it a lot easier for Arsenal to win the league.
However, this also benefits Tottenham, Manchester United, and Newcastle. So, net positive.
Anyone could win it now.
Yep, indeed, it's up for grabs. But they're still at the top of the table, Arsenal. They didn't put in a fight as they usually do. They just won in the game. Yeah. Odegaard was getting into those tackles. He was my favourite player that day. He was actually really good. But otherwise, Arsenal just went in it. Also, Ramsdale, top-class performance, just unlucky.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, moving on.
Tottenham versus Manchester City.
And Tottenham have taken revenge of the City team.
Oh, they played well. Yes, they did.
I agree, they did play well, but it was a game up for grabs. It was a closer game than the game last time we played City.
Kane scoring his a record-breaking goal for the club, 267 goals.
Yep, he's beaten Jimmy Greaves in his record, which is really good.
Yeah, had an interview after all the fans stayed. It was brilliant for Harry Kane.
Good big celebration, yeah. Lovely. Sackable now. Sack. I think a player, a manager, is going to go up for the sack. Jurgen Klopp, losing 3-0 to Wolves now.
They're just getting worse and worse. Well, let's say a few seasons ago, they were Champions League final and they won the Champions League. And now what are they doing? They're losing to Wolves. They're below the teams that they would normally be above of, like Newcastle, Tottenham, Chelsea. So definitely not gonna do well. I think their standards just dropped.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so Liverpool I think they've lost Van Dijk. They don't have Van Dijk. He's injured. Salah is a consistent player, though. Salah is that consistent player. He's always there, always putting in those tackles.
This season, though, he's not
crossing it. He's not the best of the best like he once was, but he's not the worst of the worst.
Nunez he hasn't performed as well as Liverpool had liked. He doesn't finish it off as well. And just quickly back onto Tottenham, their new signing Pedro Porro, right wing back, didn't play against Man City, but that is a new arrival.
I mean, I'm surprised he didn't even make substitute bench.
I mean, Conte, of course, unfortunately is in hospital. Hopefully he gets back soon. So maybe he might choose to start Porro in a few weeks. So let's see. He might help us get those crosses in.
Get well soon, Antonio Conte.
And finally, the last big score. And finally, the last big score was Chelsea-Fulham 0-0.
Yeah, I think that Graham Potter is playing well. Chelsea manager. They have signed a lot of. They've spent a lot of money.
Obviously, that probably means that they have to be playing a lot better in the league. So maybe beating those smaller teams like Fulham and stuff. But
beating Fulham is like one of those things. I mean, no offense to Fulham fans out there, but they're one of those lower teams. Those teams are underestimated in the league, and one of those teams that these.
But Chelsea should be beating them.
Should be beating them, yeah. They have, if you look at their squad, they're a better squad.
Yeah, for sure. Especially with all their signings, Chelsea.
Yeah. So
that's it for today.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned to some videos coming out. Please subscribe to Trio Boss, share this video. Thank you so much, lads.
It was a short one today, but